Okay, good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Secretary, will you lead us in the pledge, please? Call the roll, please.
Daniel Chubb,
Here.
Jennifer Goldhahn,
Here.
Ruth Griffey, Mary Kemper,
Here.
Douglas Knight, here, Travis Mathna,
Here.
Matthew Nelson,
Here.
Corey Trossel,
Here.
Michael Wool,
Here.
our solicitor.
Hi there, everybody.
Hey, Brooke. All right. Brian Boer, John Defoe, Jennifer Ely, Mark Fleming, Shane Hotchkiss,
Here.
Matthew Jenkins, Joshua Korb, Shannon Myers,
Here.
Justin Parrott,
Here.
Ethan Sense, Jennifer Shelley. All right. I'd like to welcome all of our guests to the meeting this evening.
Thank you. Hearing of scheduled delegations, we have none. At this time, we will open the floor up to public comment. A reminder, please state your name and limit your comments to 5 minutes, please.
Good evening. My name is Sarah Nicky and I have 3 elementary students in this district. I teach 4th grade in a neighboring district. Bear with me. I am here tonight to make the school board, school district, and public aware that my daughter's 504 plan, which is a legal and binding document, was violated by this district. She currently has a 504 plan in place for allergies to tree nuts, peanuts, coconut, and sesame seeds. At the beginning of the school year, I sat down with the educational team, including her 3rd grade teachers, to review, revise, and approve a new 504 plan. In that meeting, I was assured that my little girl would be safe and every measure outlined in the 504 plan would be followed to a T. Yesterday, while I was teaching 25 of my own 4th graders, I received a call that her teacher, who was a veteran teacher, gave her an unapproved snack and checked the ingredients after she placed the snack on her desk. This ultimately resulted in the nurse administering an EpiPen and Benadryl and calling 911. Sorry. My daughter was taken by ambulance to Hanover Hospital, where she continued to struggle to breathe and her throat continued to close. She was scared and grabbing onto me for dear life. Myself and others had to hold her down to have an IV placed in her. We were then transported via another ambulance to Hershey Hospital, where she was kept for observation until today. These 24 hours have been held because Mrs. Danica Boyer chose to neglect a legal document not once, but twice yesterday and once before. I met with administration today to review protocol for the future, to revise my daughter's 504 plan, and to make sure my daughter is able to return to school and feel safe. One thing that was not addressed in that meeting was the disciplinary action of Mrs. Danica Boyer. While she did look remorseful, owned her actions, and apologized, that is not enough. I was told this is a learning experience for all involved. My child could have died. I am demanding that there are immediate disciplinary actions taken against this teacher so this does not happen again to my child or, God forbid, another child. As a teacher, I treat all of my students as my own. I love them. I post their 504 plans, IEP documents to review daily. And I always accommodate students to provide a safe learning environment. All I'm asking is that my child be loved in the same way. I will not stop, Shane. I will not stop until she has been and has consequences, has been retrained, anything. I will not stop. Thank you.
Any other comments? Okay, the only thing I will say is that we typically, not typically, we will not share any kind of personnel actions taken on behalf of administration publicly, as that would not be appropriate. Okay, moving on to our consent agenda.
Motion to approve. Second.
I have a motion, and a second. Any further discussion? This is a roll call vote. All those members in attendance will be recorded as voting in favor of the motion unless I hear a nay or abstain. Motion carries. Moving on to financial reports, bills payable, general fund, Part A.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion, and a second. Any further discussion? This is a roll call vote. All those members in attendance will be recorded as voting in favor of the motion unless I hear a nay or abstain. Motion carries. General fund, Part B.
Motion to approve. Second.
I have a motion, and a second. Any further discussion? This is a roll call vote. Call the roll, please.
Daniel Chubb,
Yes.
Jennifer Goldhahn,
Yes.
Ruth Griffey,
Yes.
Mary Kemper,
Yes.
Douglas Knight, abstain. Travis Mathna,
Yes.
Matthew Nelson, Corey Trussell,
Yes.
Michael Wool,
Yes,
8 yes, 1 abstain.
motion carries. Item 2, cafeteria fund.
Motion to approve. Second.
I have a motion, and a second. Any further discussion? This is a roll call vote. All those members in attendance will be recorded as voting in favor of the motion unless I hear a nay or abstain. Motion carries. Capital Reserve Fund.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion, and a second. Any further discussion? This is a roll call vote. All those members in attendance will be recorded as voting in favor of the motion unless I hear a nay or abstain. Motion carries. Construction Fund.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion, and a second. Any further discussion? This is a roll call vote. All those members in attendance will be recorded as voting in favor of the motion unless I hear a nay or abstain. Motion carries. Item 9, correspondence, will be addressed later in the agenda. Item 10, reports and related actions. Solicitor.
Hey, good evening, everyone. It's Brooke Say. I know it's been a little while since I've been able to join your meeting. I appreciate the opportunity to attend here via Zoom. We have some COVID going through our household, so this was a nice accommodation. If I were there in person, I'd definitely be smiling and saying how great it is to see all of your faces. We've had some of the normal back and forth with administration on sort of back to school issues, nothing of immediate importance for this board. To the extent that there are questions or concerns about the personnel issue that was raised here tonight, I'm confident the administration is going to handle that matter with solicitor consult. So unless there's any questions, that's all I have for my report tonight. Thank you.
Superintendent report. Okay, principal report. High school. Middle school. Elementary. Athletic report. Special education report. Assistant superintendent report.
Just one quick note from last evening. I just wanted to clarify that I provided the wrong date last night for the full implementation of science standards. So just wanted to put on record that the full implementation date I believe I gave last night was 24-25, and the actual full implementation is 25-26. So we gained an extra year.
We're
But
nice.
because, yes, but because that was recorded last night, I just wanted to put on record that that was the wrong date.
Thank you. And now we have our presentation.
So tonight we, as Dr. Hotchkiss just shared, are able to welcome some pretty amazing staff members, some faces that you may have seen before and maybe have been here for a little while. They're going to come up and provide a quick introduction, their name, their position, and just something quick that they are excited about for the school year. And so we're going to start with our district employees at central office. And so if we could have, we'll start with Dr. Boer and Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Korb.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Brian Boer. I'm your new Director of Special Education. Welcome. What was the second question?
Just sharing something you were excited about.
I'm excited about working with the administrative team here, the wonderful staff, and especially the new teachers, and being a resource to everyone so we can be successful. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm going to put this up a little bit. I'm Matt Jenkins. I'm the assistant principal at the middle school. I actually started last December, but I don't know if I ever got a chance to formally introduce myself. It's been a great start to the year. I was in a very fortunate situation where not only did I get to start at a great district, but moved into a brand new building. The building is absolutely beautiful. I can't thank Dr. Hotchkiss and Dr. Myers enough for their support. Mrs. Shelley, I think we have a good thing going. I know there's been some changes that have gone on, but we're definitely in it for the long haul and looking forward to a great year and continuing to move the middle school in a positive direction. Thank you.
Josh Korb, Director of Innovations. I just want to take some time and thank you for just the unique opportunity that I have to bring to the district, not only my own sort of expertise in technology and integration in the classroom and instructional coaching, but also to work with a phenomenal staff. Over the past week, I've been able to do some dynamic discussions with a lot of our staff members across the district. And a lot of those conversations have been centered around just student success. And I see the passion come through from our teachers, which you're going to hear from tonight as well, some of our new faces to the district. But again, thank you for this opportunity. It's been a joy so far, and I am happy to be part of the Bermudian family. Thank you.
And now we'll start with our high school staff.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sheila Foster. I'm a new high school English teacher. And what I'm most excited about is becoming an integral part of the school community and also helping the students realize that they can be lifelong learners. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Kara McCausland. I'm a high school English teacher currently teaching 9th and 11th grade. I'm most excited about being back to my home district. I graduated from Bermudian, working with the staff, the administration, and of course, the great students that I've had the opportunity to work with the past month. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Autumn Schuhart. I am a math teacher in the high school, and I'm most excited to be back because this is also where I graduated high school, and I'm excited to start my first year ever teaching here. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Rick Giesemann. I teach physics at the high school, and I am super excited to have such great scientific thinkers in my classroom that are willing to put up with a geek like me teaching them physics. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Elizabeth Roan. I'm teaching Spanish and ESL for the high school. Thank you for approving my position last mid-year. I'm excited that this year I've been able to start a good foundation with Spanish and with the ESL. I'm excited to work with Dr. Shannon and the ESL team on the curriculum planning. And actually I had a couple of your children, I believe, last year. So that was exciting. I didn't realize at the time, but thank you again for bringing me on board.
How about middle school?
Hello, I'm Joanne Grosskopf. I'm currently teaching 4 to 6 choir and 5 to 8 general music at the middle school. And I'm most excited for not only our first concert on October 1st, which I would love to see you all there, but I'm also excited to be a part of the Wizard of Oz this year and to be integrating more theater into the middle school. Thank you. Hi, I'm Mariah Sproul. I teach 7th grade ELA. And I'm most excited to just work with the students. They've been great so far, so I'm just looking forward to working with the staff and the students and give our kids the best education this year.
Hello, my name is Julie Nelson. I am the middle school nurse, and I have to say again, I am very grateful to have this position working for Bermudian. Bermudian is where I graduated, and it feels so good to be home and to be able to make connections and relationships with the children at the middle school and the staff members, and to be able to have that opportunity to deliver the quality of care that they're deserving of, and to be a resource to them, not only just for Band-Aids and ice packs, but there's numerous things that students come to me to want to talk about or get advice about, and I'm very humbled to be able to have that opportunity to make that connection. So thank you. I also, just as a side note, I'm going through the induction process. So I just finished my certification last year. So I'm finishing that induction process right now. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sam Baum. I'm teaching 6th grade ELA and social studies. I am a career changer. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time. I've been in a number of different fields, and I'm excited to be here. And I'm excited for more of the moments in the classroom that I've had the past couple of weeks. There'll be more, I'm sure, but I'm excited that those aha moments that I've had with some students. I really enjoy being a part of their learning, and it's better than what I thought what I would have hoped it would be. So thank you very much for bringing me on board, and I'm really excited. So.
And we have, I believe, one, not necessarily elementary, but one other staff member here that we will introduce, and one who was unable to be with us this evening. So Mrs. Kelsey Shu, who is a learning support teacher at the elementary building, also started with us, I think it was March of last year. So she's been with us for a few months and was unable to attend. But I think we have one final elementary staff member. Is a district member, district staff member, K through 12, but works primarily with grades K through 5.
Hi, I'm Priya Ross. I'm the speech and language therapist for the district, but I am based at the elementary school. What I'm most excited about is just to see the growth that my students who receive this service are going to undergo, specific to their communication ability, and just to see them be proud of themselves. That's something I'm very excited to see. On a personal note, I'm very excited about being in the same school district as my kids. I currently get to see my daughter at least 8 times a day, where she stops in my room and says, "Hi, Mama." I don't think her first grade teacher loves it very much, but I sure love it. So it's been really nice to have that. So that's definitely something I'm excited about. Thanks so much, guys.
So thank you for being here this evening. Following the meeting, we will meet in the boardroom for a quick little snack and reception. We're just as excited to have you here as we hope that it sounds like you are to be here, and just looking forward to a great year.
Well, thank you, and welcome to Bermudian Springs. Okay, moving on to our agenda, old business. We do not have any. New business, personnel item 1.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? This is a roll call vote. All those members in attendance will be recorded as voting in favor of the motion unless I hear a nay or abstain. Motion carries. Item 2. This is the correction as far as placing Mr. Baum correctly on the bachelor's, or not the master's pay scale.
Motion to approve 2.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? This is a roll call vote. All those members in attendance will be recorded as voting in favor of the motion unless I hear a nay or abstain. Motion carries. Item 3. Board
Motion
step.
motion to approve 3A through E.
Second.
I have a motion, a second. Any further discussion? This is a roll call vote. All those members in attendance will be recorded as voting in favor of the motion unless I hear a nay or abstain. Motion carries. Item 4, extracurricular contracts.
Motion to approve for A and B.
Second.
I have a motion, a second. Any further discussion? This is a roll call vote. All those members in attendance will be recorded as voting in favor of the motion unless I hear a nay or abstain. Motion carries. Item 5 is a mentor.
To approve. Second.
I have a motion, a second. Any further discussion? This is a roll call vote. All those members in attendance will be recorded as voting in favor of the motion unless I hear a nay or abstain. Item B, we have a donation.
To approve.
Second.
I have a motion, a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And thank you to the Holy Trinity Lutheran Church for their donation to the elementary school nurse's office. Item C, psychology testing contract.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion, a second. Any further discussion?
Just a quick question. What's the psychology testing for?
So if a student would be brought forth and because of a potential learning disability, they do the testing to determine a learning disability. They could also do gifted testing. So it's that type of work.
It's academic as far
Correct.
as what they
Yep.
need. Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Any other comments, questions? Okay, this is a roll call vote. All those members in attendance will be recorded as voting in favor of the motion unless I hear a nay or abstain. Motion carries. Item D, non-public transportation contracts.
Motion to approve. Second.
I have a motion, a second. Any further discussion? This is a roll call vote. All those members in attendance will be recorded as voting in favor of the motion unless I hear a nay or abstain. Motion carries. Item E, the review for our safety plan as it relates to our ESSER requirements for filing.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion, a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item F, Sunday middle school play performance. I did correct the title. It is not a musical, as we
Motion.
were told
Motion
last
to
night.
Second.
I have a motion, a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item G, change order number 38 in the total amount of $21,914 for the middle school for the phones in the classrooms.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion, a second. Any further discussion?
I just have a quick question. Justin, last night, did you say that some of this expense was due to drywall damage from the roof? I mishear that.
No, that has nothing to do. There was no drywall damage from the roof.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions, comments? This is a roll call vote. All those members in attendance will be recorded as voting in favor of the motion unless I hear a nay or abstain. Motion carries. Item H, change order number 39 for the new middle school project in the amount of $1,175.
Motion to approve. Second.
This is a roll call vote. All those members in attendance will be recorded as voting in favor of the motion unless I hear a nay or abstain. Motion carries. Is there any other business to be brought before the board? Okay, then I call the meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone.